Hello everyone, this is Michadr and welcome back to Perisno 0.9 and we're going to do a dev vlog today. We haven't done one in a while, that's what I always say, but with me today is one of the developers, CWR. Is that what we're going to call you today?
What's up?
Alright, so we're going to start off talking about some new features and new stuff in 0.9. And right now we're going to talk about, or show you guys, I should say, the new gender screen, the race screen, history, and review. Basically, how you start off the game. And now the thing that I'm very excited to show you guys is the new race screen. CWR is going to tell you guys about a lot of new stuff in 0.9 since I hardly worked on it.
You can pick any race, and if you pick female, you'll see the pictures change too. So you can play female giants now too, which you couldn't before. So those have been added, and of course, giant ladies in the courts. You also have backstories. So if you pick human or dwarf, you can choose in history screen where were you born. We still have the default where you could pick impoverished, noble, swimming, whatever you want, and customize your stats. But we also have unique starts that will put you in different situations at the early game and maybe give you quest lines that last way longer. So you have a lot more options for character creation.
Alright, so we're going to start off with the Cold Island from the north, correct? Because that one is one of the more interesting starts than all the default and generic stuff. So we're going to start off with that. And we're going to go back and that's just reviewing what you picked. So we're going to keep that.
And then that tells you your whole story.
All right, let's see what we got here. I think some of you might not mess around with the buttons or the starting options, but some of you might. So we're gonna start off this, and we're gonna talk.
So you got a companion on this just on your ship. You have a companion if you want to talk to him.
All right, we're gonna do this one. Oh shit.
So the backstory to this is you were part of a raiding party, and then you got killed, and you and this guy retreated, and the rest of your party got killed. So you're kind of a coward.
All right, so we're gonna talk to this guy too, right?
Yeah.
Let me see yours. Okay. I remember playing this, and I had to kill this guy. Can't we go down to shit? Oh yeah, we do gotta kill him. How much of this opening quest is going to impact in-game quests, or is it just how you start out?
It'll impact what you do later.
Alright, let us...
So if you admit cowardice, something interesting happens, but
I didn't do that.
I have to see that for themselves.
Alright. So we cannot leave now. Do you have to get back on the ship, I believe?
No, you have to talk to him again.
Okay.
Like, you can do stuff on the island, but to start the game, you talk to him.
Let us be off. Alright, we're just spinning out the map. Not too much new stuff on the map itself. Noticeable. There are some giant pillars in 0.8. What are some new main features that we're added in 0.9?
So there's a quest line with the Third Legion that we will show later. You got to have all Third Legion equipment. There's an endgame quest line when you get a high amount of renown. Some events will happen, and you'll have a very challenging quest for the end game. There's new trade screens if you go to the merchants, where you can do things like buy and sell before a certain item compared to native, so it'll be quicker to use. The Araulo got a bunch of new items and effects on their items. Their armies now, so they're a little more resilient. You can see that there.
Alright, also I'm assuming the sprint feature has been added here. Is that correct?
Left alt.
Left alt.
We've got them in our sights, mates.
Who added the new sounds? That's pretty funny.
I think that's Leonian.
That's a nice little feature, nice little touch. So sprinting is unlimited. I don't think that's the best There's some people will enjoy it, limited sprint, but we might be working on that for 1.0, just making some kind of stamina bar.
Yeah.
Is sprinting for you or is it for the?
Sprinting is only for you right now. There is AI kicking, but they don't seem to use it, so that's got to be worked on to make them actually do it. But we have code written for AI kicking.
What were some of the main features you worked on for?
I worked on the Third Legion quest, although someone else did some of that too. I worked on the end game quest with when you hit a certain amount of renown, and you have to fight the dreaded one. I worked on the Ararlo. I worked on. There's another quest in Galway, but it's pretty small.
All right, so we're gonna do a battle here. I definitely did not cheat to get all this, but we're gonna show you guys how the leaf bombs work, and we're gonna have a large bag of Ararlo leaf bombs, and we're gonna go into battle against some giants. Let's do this. All right, let us. I'm here to deliver to my demands, and we're gonna kill them. All right, let's do this. So, what is the main thing I know about leaf bombs?
They make your enemies go crazy.
So, are they what balances them out, or is that just something that helps the Ararlo fight other factions?
The Ararlo survive because they kind of suck. Like, they're not terrible, but they're not. Without the leaf bombs, they'd be pretty trash, to be honest.
What was it that you did talk about changing some stuff for leaf bombs 0.9 or basically the same?
No, leaf bombs have been greatly buffed. They didn't have the insane effect before. So, put into a group with your enemies. Not like the ground. See? Yeah, that guy started attacking his own guys. They start fighting each other and you could leaf bomb it. Fuck.
Basically, you just summon a bunch of people to attack each other. They didn't seem to last that long, though.
No, the effect lasts for a couple seconds, but if you throw that into a group of like 10 people, hitting each other for a couple seconds, like die.
Get out of here. But yeah, that was basically the overview of leaf bombs. Okay, so we're at the Third Legion outpost right now, and we're gonna do a quest. Let's attempt to enter the fort. Disguise the equipment of a soldier of the Third. You fool the guards. So this is basically the only way to get in, right? With the right gear.
Yeah, the other way is you have to help them in a lot of battles. But that's pretty difficult because you have to get your relations pretty high to get into the fort. You have to have 16 or more relation. But you can only disguise yourself as a human because they're a human faction, obviously. So you have to be a human and you have to wear their equipment in order to disguise yourself. And they are hidden away because they're pretty weak at this stage in the game. So they don't want their fort to be found and then attacked. So that's why you have to go through a forest and then a tunnel in order to find their fort.
Alright, so we're going to do a little sprinting here, or try to do some sprinting. Just to get there a little bit quicker. How much does the sprinting affect if you have heavier armor on?
It's the same as, it just multiplies your speed.
Okay.
So if you have heavier armor, your base speed will be slower, and then the multiplication will be slower too. But sprinting still increases your speed a lot. It's going to be a big quest line, and the end of it, you're going to resurrect the Third Legion as a major faction on the map. So by the end of the quest line, you'll see a new faction, and it's going to be run by the Third Legion. And there will also be a new town. It's not like they're taking over existing towns. There's going to be a completely new town built that's a Third Legion town, and that's where they start their faction. They got to be in a like hidden spot.
Just talk to any of them?
No, you can't talk to the Legionnaires.
What are you looking at? Posts. Wait. No, yeah, nobody even knows me, but yeah, okay. Very well, let's defeat him. So we leave the outpost right now. I think one thing we could do is add a few more people, and if someone's kind of lost, they would ask for directions how to get. Or
How do I find the people plotting to overthrow?
I know that might sound a little funky, but yeah. There's some suspicious lurkers. I do know. Just all right.
No, I think that's a good idea, and we add people that support like the current order or whatever, and then you could do quests for either one. Although that would be a lot more work, but like just like people walking around the fort and stuff would be better.
All right, let's attack the fort. Should be fun. Whoa! Never mind. Retreat. Okay, that. I don't have any bowmen. That was that's not good.
You got some crossbowmen, but they're probably down in your.
We're gonna get hit hard. Is this the only siege you
What do you mean by that?
You can walk around in it, but it's pretty much only siege.
Yeah. Because it'd be pretty weird if you're like walking through the forest or something. Like that would take a long time.
We're gonna try some relief. Yeah, the relief fight's not gonna be. Oh, look at that guy. Once we get inside, we're gonna fight some relief fighters and see how they affect.
Yeah, hit that group. Hit that group right there.
Right side of radius.
Yeah. A lot of people just use archers and like ranged troops and stay back. That's kind of an annoying strategy though. You can go with the Soviet strategy.
I didn't do crap. That's alright. I'm just gonna watch this in some watch my
General Zhukov right here.
actually the archers from top and the infantry from the bottom.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about the next version of 1.0 that is but obviously 0.9 is pretty much the most fleshed out that we have in the game. We're just gonna most likely not see any new features per se in 1.0. 1.0 is pretty much going to be a lot of bug fixing, a lot of as I like you to fleshing out, but there might be a few.
A lot of the lore is going to be put into the dialogue. So, you know how in Pendor and some other of the like really good mods, you talk to a traveler and it's not going to be the like generic thing of like, oh, what is Perisno? And there's a bunch of factions and they want to kill each other.
Yeah.
it's going to be specific like lore and like the history of the world, um, and everything's going to be connected. Like if a unique spawn comes, or if the Zan invade, different things happen. You ask a townsman for rumors, and different things, they will say different things. So if a unique spawn has passed a city, maybe they would say, "Oh, I heard that there was a big army of Illica Falki that passed by the city earlier," or something like that.
Let's talk a little bit about a different feature, or a new feature in 0.9 is the actual trade screen was a little revamped. So first of all, you're going to see a few different buttons in the middle. One is deal, sell before, sell after, and return. This obviously only shows up when you're in a trade screen. So basically, deal means if you click on something from a merchant, you click deal and you buy it. Different. Also, you can do the native way of doing it, just controlling it, control click, buy it as well. Go back here, control click, sell it. But we're gonna just simply clicking on it. Let's go to Ale. Simply clicking on it and do sell after, which is gonna sell everything after the click, or sell before, which would sell everything before it. Pretty self-explanatory. So sell after. All right. While I was waiting to get healed or do a fight against Arula, we have this. Okay. This is one of the later game quests that, or end game quests, or that CWR is going to talk about a little bit more.
Yeah, this is the new end game quest. When you have a high amount of renown, a messenger will come and explain to you what's happening.
Alright, so we tracked down the Dreaded Nightmare, which has 565 troops. We have a little closer to 600. And their troops are pretty deadly. They got a few Doomsguard, they got Fiend, they got Gold. So we're going to attack this, and yeah, this looks pretty nasty. So
And the dreaded one doesn't spawn normally anymore. It only spawns as part of this endgame where the farmer tells you about it and you have to defeat the dreaded one. And once you defeat him, you'll see something more happens.
Alright, so we're charging all out right now. So this is going to be a little... Yeah, it's a better troop. I'm probably going to die very soon here.
You should probably check your guys now because all their cav is here.
We gotta play more Mount&Blade. Where are my troops at? Yeah. Whoever would hire me as a... I wasn't ready.
By the way, the dreaded one's sword now heals you. So it has a vampirism where when the dreaded one hits you, he gains that health back that he inflicted the damage on you. And at the end of the quest, if you beat him, you might get to use that yourself.
Alright, so we just defeated the dreaded one off screen, which... Yeah, we're just skipping ahead a few. Alright, so you put up a noble fight, Michadr, but your power is wasted on the plight of the conformers. For every minion you fell in this battle, a true demon will erase 3 to taking place in next encounter. Alright. Wait, Drone. I'm under arrest? Damn, you escaped. Okay, its new quest is finish off the dreaded one. So we got a lot of good troops. We're not going to take it because we don't need it right now. So we're going to leave the pool and continue. And now in the quests, we're going to have to finish off the dreaded one. And he has fled to the Shrine of Grazier. Find the shrine and defeat him once and for all. Alright, so this is obviously one of the harder quests in the whole mod. So we're just, we are most likely not going to win because I really don't have any good items to defeat him. So we're going to go inside the shrine and try to kill him. But we probably won't. But yeah, we're going to try. That's him? Okay. He's not
I don't think that's him.
Not him? Oh, he's just... Is that him? Probably his minion. Yay. Demon worshipper. So we don't want to die to his minions. We're gonna want to kill him actually. Where is it? Let's see. I heard something. Somewhere. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
Yeah. A demon. Holy crap. Ooh. 10 damage with a headshot? Oh boy. I don't think I'm gonna win. I don't think I'm gonna win. I just did 2 damage. 13 damage. He moves, yeah, he's way too fast for me. Let's try to use this tree as an advantage. You know what would be cool? If we could actually have these, like, bigger type of troops that knock these trees down.
Yeah, that would be really cool, but that's I think that's beyond warbands.
Yeah, it's Mount&Blade warband. You just got limitations and stuff. So, what do you get if you actually kill him? His sword?
You get his sword. You get some other stuff too. I think I forgot.
He looks ugly. Is he? Why is he so ugly? Jeez. Did he fall in a pit of?
I don't know. Trolls are usually models, so I don't know what happened to him.
He looks like a big frog.
Hey, someone was suggesting we put in Toad Cavalry. We could use this guy. Oh. Also, there's a chest there. It doesn't really matter, but.
So we're gonna end off the dev vlog with a battle. We're gonna attack the Arulo, keep the theme of the dev vlog a little short, and we're gonna show off some new troops as well. So let's get into it. And we will attack Arulo. I murdered that. Pamaka. Whatever. Surrender or die. And one of the new troops I do want to show, hopefully they charge at me quickly, is the Bear Cavalry. They have different names in their tiers, but they're basically called Bear Cavalry. So let's run up ahead. Yeah, this does not fit my outfit. Oh well. Okay, there. Whoa, this looks nice. And we got. How fast were the bears? They look pretty darn fast. Let's just charge it. We need a better sword. And the chance. Love the chance. What happens if I run into the Wukong area?
You'll get damaged. You won't get the insanity effect, because that would be like.
Yeah, the player doesn't.
That would be hard to make.
The player doesn't get insane.
But your troops will get insane.
I think fighting Gorilla is one of those, in my opinion. Just because of that. Just because of that screen. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, we're most likely not going to see any new factions in 1.0. A lot of suggestions that I've read on there will be new troops. We love adding new troops. Some new stuff that we really can't talk about yet because we haven't fleshed out most of these. But we will be getting more dev vlogs in the future once we start working on stuff. touch upon that some people were talking about on the forums and on check our message on Facebook as well. That I keep forgetting to talk about it.
I don't know which one.
The people that all just join one, you join an army.
Oh, freelancer.
Yeah, freelance. I think features might remove in 1.0. I'm not quite sure. It's just too buggy as shit. And I just died. Thanks to a leaf bomb. How ironic. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this devlog. Little informal. If you guys have any suggestions or any comments, just comment below. And I will link our Discord channel and the Perisno forum in the description below as well. And obviously check out 029. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time for more Perisno.